How's it going? It's Chance back at it again with another video. This is my channel, Smeltings. So today I have two fragrances that I want to talk about. One is particularly hyped and popular, I would say, by a famous perfumer, Quentin Biche. This is Bois Impérial with Essential Parfums. This is an absolute amazing fragrance. It's very strong, very well performing on my skin. It's got basil on the top, I think vetiver, woods. It's kind of a metallic marine vibe, and Braxton on the base, so it just projects, it pops. This fragrance is very interesting. It's very unique, I would say. The bottle's beautiful. I haven't really used a whole lot of it. It's actually fairly new in my collection, but you don't need many sprays, like 2 to 4 max. But this right here is the Essential Parfums Bois Imperial Extrait. And as you can see, the color is relatively the same. I think it might just be ever so slightly more dark and ambery. But man, I did one spray. I did one spray on the test strip, and it's hard to tell, but it leaves a little bit of a stain, just ever so slightly. And it smells very similar to the original, but it has kind of a tart, almost cherry raspberry smell. But I know that I don't think there's any fruit note listed in this fragrance, but it is definitely the rose adding this sweet kind of tart, jammy. It is absolutely amazing. I would honestly say it's on par with the original. Some people prefer the original over the Extrait, and some people actually don't even like the Extrait very much, which is quite interesting to me because I almost prefer the smoothness of the Extrait. I was contemplating buying the Extrait, so that might be a future fragrance purchase if I ever run out of this. But they are very similar, so it's slightly redundant. And I do like the versatility of this. This can be worn literally year-round. But yeah, this scent, the Extrait, just has a little bit more roundness. It's more put together, I would say. You still have that pink pepper on the top. It's definitely woods. Some green notes. Still a little bit of that marine, kind of salty, metallic vibe. But it has this kind of sweetness to it. I know the rose is in there, and that's what I'm probably smelling. But it's like a really sweet, kind of tart rose. Like I don't know if they added any sort of fruit into this, maybe combined it with the rose and just say it's rose, but it smells very nice. It's spicy. I would say this is like a spicy, woody, sweet rose version of the original Bois Imperial. But overall, this fragrance right here is insane for the money. I would say you can get it around $120 in the US, which obviously it's still, you know, relatively expensive, I guess. But for what you're getting, I mean, this is amazing. Like, it lasts all day. I sprayed it on myself, actually. Okay, so now I can't really smell it. I think it's pretty much worn off, but it's been like 12 hours. This honestly lasted on my skin for like 9 hours today. I was blown away, and I only did 4 sprays. Like, I did one on my neck, one on the other side, and then just one and one. 4 sprays. Some fragrances is like not a lot, this one, it lasts all day. The Extrait is the same way. You spray this like 2 times, you're good. 4 times max, maybe if you're like going outside, or I mean, if you just love to overspray, you could just spray it like a bunch, but it's kind of a waste. And with these kind of woodsy and ambroxan scents, I don't think the Extrait has ambroxan in it, but the original, if you spray too much, it can kind of make you feel a little sick and go nose blind. But yeah, this is amazing. Like, if I didn't already own the original, I probably would have pulled the trigger on this if I smelled this before the original. But I don't know if this is as versatile, so that's kind of the other downside of this. It's not as versatile. It's not as like great, I guess you could say. It's just like versatility kind of plays a big role in my decision making for buying a fragrance. Obviously, it's nice to have like a wintertime scent, but it's got to have a little bit more of like a unique factor for me to want to pull the trigger on like a dedicated wintertime scent. This could definitely be worn spring, in the fall, and yeah, maybe in the summer if you only do a couple sprays, but it's definitely like a more dressed up version of the original. But yeah, this is a really good sample. I got it from Fragrance Vault, which is in South Lake Tahoe. It's one of the best fragrances I've ever, or one of the best fragrance stores I've ever been to and ever had the honor of testing. They got thousands of fragrances in there, or maybe not thousands, but seriously like hundreds, from vintage to modern. This is where I actually picked this up. And this, what's weird about this fragrance, the Bois Impérial, is that it almost has a slight remnants, in my mind, of Xerjoff 40 knots, and it must be that woody kind of marine effect that you get. It's just that kind of like like not pungent, but like there's a slight bitterness to the fragrance in a way, and you kind of get that with this a little bit more. The Extrait, it's kind of like that tartness, like the it's like this tart, sweet, woody, metallic. I don't know. I really like these fragrances, both of them. I'll probably save this for sample vial. They were kind enough to just give me this for free, and I got this for a pretty good price as well. So shout out Fragrance Vault. Check them out. They ship all over the US, so great small business, wonderful business. The owner's an amazing lady. I think she just does it for the love of perfumery, which is awesome. Obviously it's a business, but amazing. This was released, I think, a year ago or 2. Highly recommend this as well. So if you're on the fence, so my final takeaways are this: if you like a fresh year-round scent that can be worn day, night, spring, summer, fall, winter, year-round, Essential Parfums, Bois Impérial. This can be worn year-round. Amazing. And it's very strong, at least for me. People that claim that it's not strong or that's been reformulated, I don't believe so. This is like a very new batch, 8 months old. It's just the ambroxan. You're probably going nose blind if you spray too much, especially if you spray like right under your neck or something. This, if you maybe aren't a huge fan of ambroxan, or you want something a little bit more round and it has a little bit more definition, this doesn't have the extreme cleanliness factor, but it's still very clean and fresh, but it's definitely elevated, with the rose, with the spices. It's definitely elevated. So this, if you want more of a signature nighttime dinner party, whatever you want, date night. So yeah, those are my final takeaways. Thank you for watching. I'll definitely be posting more videos soon. Bye. Have a good night.